Hello guys, and today I'm going to show you how I create this form in FreeCAD. This is a medical device used for COVID testing, and you can download the project file in the video description. Okay, so first we will trace the inner line of this object. So I create a new sketch in the front, and I create a B-spline, and we start from here on the red line, and I put one point in here, another point in here, another point on the green line, another one in here, one point here, another one, and the last point here. So now we have 8 points. I'll set the distance from here to the green line is 20. Selecting this point and this point, I hit V for vertical constraint, and I set the distance from here to the red line will be 29. Selecting this point and this line, I hit C to snap it to the line. And I set the distance from here to the red line will be 31. Selecting this point and the center line, I hit S for symmetry constraint. I come up here, make sure you selecting the point, the center point of the circle. Selecting this point, and the center line, I hit S for symmetry, and I set the distance from here to the red line will be 27. From this point to the red line, 29. And selecting this point, and the center line, I hit S for symmetry constraint. Now I select in this point and this point. Make sure this point, and I hit V for vertical constraint. Now I have 1 degree of freedom. Make sure this point is on the line, so selecting this point and this line, and I hit C to snap it to the line. Now the sketch is fully constrained. I close, and I will call this one path. Next, I need to know the thickness of this object, so I create a new sketch in the front, and I will reference this B-spline and creating a line connect from this point to here. And let me set it to 15, 14.5. Then I close. Now I will call this one thickness. Next, I will create a profile for the white geometry outside. I create a new sketch in the top view, and I will reference this line in here. I create B-spline, and we start from this point to here and finish in here. Selecting this point and this point, and hit V for vertical. This point and this point, hit V. This point and this point, hit H for horizontal. Now I will set the distance from here to the red line will be 20. Will be 15. Then I close. Okay. Now I go to rename profile. Now I go to sweep. Click on this profile. Click on the sweep path and selecting this path and done. Okay. Now this is the result that we have. Okay. Let me have these two. The next step is I want to remove this geometry. From here, I will remove this geometry. I create a new sketch in the front, and I will create a polyline. Start from here, up here, and you draw something like this. I set the angle between this line and this line 30. Okay, and make sure this point touching the center point. Then I close. I extrude this one to 200. Symmetric. Okay. Then I control selecting the sweep and the extrude. Then I cut. Okay. The next step is I will close this hole up here. So I go to the curves workbench, and I control selecting this point and then this point, and I create a line to connect in between. Now I go to the surface workbench. I click on the filling tool and selecting this line and this line. Click OK. Now we just fill the surface, the hole. The next step is I will create a circle up here. So to create this circle, I go to the part workbench and create a new sketch in the front. And I will create in a line like this. And I will set the distance, the length of this line will be 30. Maybe 32. Okay, so because this one is 32, so I want to change the width of the geometry down here to 16, half of this one. Then I close this one. Let me go back to here, selecting the cut, go inside it, go inside the sweep, and go inside the profile. And let me change this one to 16. Okay, then I close. Let me go back into the sketch. And let me set the angle to 60.8. From here to here will be 24.5. From here to here, 24.6. Something like this. Then the sketch is fully constrained. I close. Now I will creating an arc. So I control selecting this point first and this point later. And I creating a sketch based on the OS and Y. So the new sketch will have the center on this point, the first point that I select. The second point will be the x-axis of my new sketch. Then I click OK. Now I reference this line. Okay. Then I create in an arc, a center arc, start from the center. I make sure the symmetry icon appear right in the center of the line. Click on it and create in an arc. Selecting this point. Sometimes it's hard to select things. You just go out and go inside again. Selecting this point and this point. I hit C. This point and this point. I hit V for vertical and I close. Now I will extrude this one to the normal direction. I click on this one, go to extrude, and let's extrude this one to 10 and OK. Okay, this is what I want. The next step is I want to create plane curve, connect between this edge and then this edge, this edge and this edge. And also I want to split this one to have a line in the middle, a line in the middle here. And I also created a plane curve in between. And from there, I will fill the surface number 1 up here and number 2 down here. Now, before I create a plane curve, I will split these two surfaces. So I create a new sketch in the front, and I will reference this line and then this line. I fill the section. I create a line from the center of this line to the center of this line. Okay, make sure already have the two symmetry constraint in here. And I click on the line and hit G and N to turn that into construction geometry. I create another line like this. Selecting this line and this line, I hit P for parallel. Selecting this line and this point, I hit C to snap it. And make the line longer. Then I close. Okay, something like this. And I will extrude this one to 200. Symmetric. Okay. Now I will control selecting the surface. And this is true later. I go to the part, split, and then slide to compile. Now you can see which is split the surface. Now I go inside the slice and show the extrude. I control selecting this arc and this plane. And I go to the part, split, slide to compile. Okay. Now it's time for plane curve. I go to the surface workbench. I control selecting this edge first and this edge later and create a plane curve. Click on the plane curve, zero out the start size and the end size to turn that into a straight line. So go to the first edge property and change the start size stop parameter to 1 and put the start size to 1. 1 is working good. Go to the end side, change that to 1, also good. And I just want to have the G1 continuity, so I set G1 here and G1 here. Okay, doing the same down here. Control selecting this edge first and this edge later. Create a plane curve. Click on the plane curve, zero out the start size and the end size, and put that to Z1 continuity. From there, I will increase the start size to 1. 1 not good, so -1. This one also 1. 1 working good. Okay, something like this. Now I will control selecting this edge and then this edge and plane curve. Click on the plane curve and doing the same. Zero out the start size and end size. You can see down here we have the wrong position. So I put the start parameter to 1 and the start size to 1 and the end size to 1. Okay, something like this. Now I will control selecting this plane curve and this plane curve. And I will extrude this V-shoe. I go to the part workbench and extrude this to the y-axis. +1. Okay. I click on this plane curve and extrude this one to the x-axis. +1. Click OK. And doing the same, I will rename this one to left surface. So okay. So I will using this surface to create the upper left surface. So let me go inside here, selecting the plane curve, and extrude this one again to the negative one in the x-axis. Click OK. And I call this one for right surface. Then I hide the for right surface. And let me fill the surface up here. I go to the surface workbench and go to the filling tool and starting to fill the surface. In here, I have a problem because I selected the line. So I go out. Let me looking for the line, this one, and I hide it. Hit spacebar to hide it. Now I will do again. And selecting each edge, choose the face and G1 for that. Okay, now let me hide the for left surface and show the for right surface. And also I hide this surface 001. And I come down here and I fill the surface down here. Select in sequence. Click OK. Now I click on the surface and hide it. Click on this one and hide it. Let me show the surface 001. Okay. And let me hide this one. Also hide this line. All right. Now I will let me click on the slide. I don't want to use this line, so let me drop this slide down and let me hide the slide 001 and show the extrude 001. This is the one that I want to use. Also, I hide the slides here, this one, and I show the surface. Okay. Now I want to mirror these to the other side. So we control selecting all of these surfaces. And I go to the project bench and mirror this one in the S and Z plane. And then I can select in this edge and then this edge and go to the rule surface. Okay. Next, I will go to the curves workbench. So I hit Shift B and select everything and parametric solid to create a new solid. So you should have a green one in here. And you can also create in Boolean cut. For example, you can later create, you can go to the project bench and you can create a sketch in front, view the wireframe, and you can create you can create a round rectangle like this. Okay, then you can close. Let me show the flat line. And you move this sketch, placement, position. You can move this one in the y-axis to -20. And let me extrude this sketch to the y-axis, +1, and let's go to 20. And maybe let me hide the solid. Maybe 20 is too much. Let me go to 10 and let's select in this line, go to the chamfer. Let's try 5 for that. Then let's show the solid. Control select in this one and go to cut. And the cut also working very good. And you can also jump for this one to one. Okay, also working fine. So hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.